Yo, and welcome back to the action. My name's Jackson, and today I got a good one for you. I got Noah Lyles in a couple of interviews. In this first interview, everything he's saying is making coherent sense and is pretty on par with what's going on in the track and field world and what track athletes experience. The second interview, and me trying to interpret his reasons for not getting into Grand Slam track, I don't know if he smoked too much yayo or I don't know. But let's get into the first interview right quick.
When you are trying to make a name for yourself, when you're trying to make a living for yourself, you got to do one thing in track and field. You need to win and get medals. And you can either do that at World Championships, but the place that you're always going to make sure that you're set is the Olympics, which only comes every 4 years.
He's not wrong. There's nothing that he said here that is erroneous. You have to win the Olympics, and it only comes around every 4 years. You have to do very, very well at the Olympics to make a paycheck. And it's sad that even the Americans don't even get as much money as some of these other countries for winning, just as far as the country giving you money. Sponsorships and things like that, those are pretty ubiquitous if you can do well. But even our country doesn't give very much money away for winning gold medals.
But you need another.
We need state with stability. We need our constant. Truthfully, athletes can't really survive by going to just 1 or 2 track meets a year. We go on these track meets and we perform on TV. Who's getting the money from that? Not us. Who's getting the right to the pictures that are being sold? Not us. Who's getting the money from the uniforms? Not us. We show up, we run. Some of us get appearance fees. Most of us don't. Some of us get paid $10,000 to win. That's not going to cover your flight to go to where you're going.
Right.
And then taxes and all that. It's not us. We got to take control somehow. So we take control we control the media. We get to control what's seen. We get to control the storylines. We get to control the track meets. And the position that we're in right now is not like that. But in a league run by athletes, or at least started by athletes, could definitely be a first step.
Notice what he said. A league run by athletes or a league started by athletes could be the first best step. That's interesting. There's this little thing going on called Grand Slam track, and Noah was asked about why he wasn't going to compete in Grand Slam track. Let's take a look at that clip.
Yes, the gold
spikes.
He was at that time the fastest man in the world.
He has created a new league. He's called it Grand Slam track. This league hires athletes to come run at 4 track meets over a year. And then they can take money depending on if they win. What place they get, they can take home even more money. This is the closest thing we've ever had to a professional league in track and field.
So how does it work?
We're kind of a little at odds right now.
Oh, you want the bigger piece of the pie?
It's not even that. It's that he doesn't want to give me it. I've worked very long to increase my value in this sport.
Okay.
When he came to me and asked me to be a part of it, he gave me a number, and we said that number is not a fraction of what my worth is right now. And this is before the Olympics. We came back to him after the Olympics. I said, I still like what you're doing. I'd like to be a part of it. But if I'm not going to financially gain on one side, I have to market-wise get value from it. And at the time, he could not give me enough reason in my head to believe that I was going to market-wise get enough value from it. And I know a lot of track and field people are going to be mad, but I'm going to.
I have no idea. I can't extrapolate what, like I said, I think he smoked what he meant by getting money from the market. I'm going to continue.
Ask you this one question to prove my point. Have you ever heard of Grand Slam track?
No, I haven't.
And that proves my point. No,
I've heard of.
Do not feel bad.
Yeah.
This is only proving that we need to do better. We need to step up. That there needs to be a higher level of marketing, storytelling, and pushing the product. Have you heard of Sprint? No, the Netflix series that they made for track and field as the Olympics was building up. It was called Sprint, and it was number 1. It was number 2 in the world for like 4 or 5 weeks. It was a long time, but it basically told the stories of the fastest people in the world as you got to the Olympics, and people were diving into it. After that came out, I was more popular than I have ever been. And this is before Paris happened. I was shocked. I went out in London and I had high schoolers coming up to me, be like, yo, you the guy from Netflix. Yo, you the guy from Sprint. You the guy who won all those awards, yada, yada, yada. And that was taking what we're doing, showing it to a bigger audience, and showing other companies that what we're doing is not only important,
It's
but
a proven
they're
product.
a proof of product.
Yes.
Right now, we don't have a lot of proofs of product, but that is one piece of it. But the fact that, again, I asked you the question, do you know what Grand Slam track is? You cannot tell me you know what it is. Shows me that whatever they're doing right now is not strong enough for me to get my value on the side of marketing, and you're not giving it monetarily. So what would I be doing it for?
So I'm going to try to extrapolate what he was saying by this. More or less, if he wasn't going to get cash, he wanted some type of ad deal, advertisement with a partner. I'm not exactly sure what he meant by matching his value without having cash. But by the same token, he gives Michael Johnson a pat on the back and says that he is doing something that is unique and providing value to the athletes. But it's not good enough for him for some weird reason. And this is my bottom line about this and just the reality of it. Any opportunity that you get to compete or show your image, name, and likeness in this sport or any sport, you should take that opportunity, because you don't get to do this forever. You're going to hold out because you have a bigger, it's not enough of a financial opportunity for you, but it is an opportunity for you to get your face out there and to compete and to get in front of. And I see Gabby Thomas, I see Sydney, I see all these athletes at Grand Slam meeting with their fans and interacting with their fans. That's market value. That's bringing up your stock. I don't understand how Noah drew and has a cognitive dissonance to draw the conclusion that Grand Slam track wasn't good enough for him. But by the same token, he in the first interview can sit up and complain about the current system that is in place. I don't believe in somebody that can only talk about problems and doesn't have much for solutions. In this podcast, with Cam, there's some other points where I feel like he did more complaining than talking out loud or trying to problem solve with one of a great athlete of our generation who could shed some light on how to financially maybe bring the track marketing up. And that's my frustration with this. I don't have anything personal against Noah. I think Noah's a great athlete. I enjoy watching him run with Fred and all those guys. But this just didn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm going to get out of here. As always, run on your toes, keep your mouth closed, and most importantly, live to fight another day.